Hello po, greetings at magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Again, this is your Spacer and Space Commander, Professor Jun Cajigal from the BEDAN Society of Young Astronomers, San Pedro University, Manila. And welcome po sa ating online telescope viewing of our waxing gibbous moon at about 92% illumination. So today mga ka-spacers is November 16. It's a Tuesday, November 16, 2021. At ilang araw po na lang before the partial lunar eclipse that will occur this coming Friday, November 19. And again mga ka-spacers, right now you are viewing on screen our waxing gibbous moon at about 92% illumination. So ayan po, so namnamin po natin po ang ganda ng ating waxing gibbous moon tonight. And again, our advocacy here at the BEDAN Society of Young Astronomers again is to bring the telescope to you mga ka-spacers. And again, because we are still under alert level 2 and though marami na po nagbubukas ng mga establishmento and ako ay nag-aalangan pa rin. So probably I will do this telescope viewing online in the meantime habang naghihintay tayo ng much safer situation. Alright po, so ito po yung ating waxing gibbous moon tonight, and tonight we will be featuring again the Copernicus crater and also the Tycho crater. Alright, so again before we magnify the image of the moon, again some moon facts mga ka-spacers. So again, in terms of the distance of the moon from the earth, so the moon is about 384,400 kilometers away from us, or that is equivalent to about 238,555 miles. So medyo titignan nyo kahit kilometers pero malayo po yan. And in fact, the Apollo spacecraft took about 4 days just to reach the moon. And to give you an idea of the distance of the moon from the earth, all the planets can fit inside that distance between the earth and the moon. So Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune can fit inside that space between the moon and the earth, and there would still be about 4,990 miles to spare. So ganyan po kalayo ang moon natin. Okay, so I hope ma-appreciate niyo po yan. And the moon is about 2,159 miles, or that's equivalent to 3,476 kilometers in diameter. So more or less mga ka-spacers, mga 27% of the diameter of the Earth, or a quarter of the Earth's diameter. Ayan po mga ka-spacer, so yun po yung distansya ng moon sa ating mundo. Alright, and ang moon natin mas malaki pa siya sa Europa, which is one of the Galilean moons of Jupiter. Pero yung Io mas malaki ng konti sa buwan natin. Okay, and our moon spins on its axis, or it rotates on its axis every 27 days. So the rotation of the moon means its day is about almost 2 weeks long. Okay, and then it's dark for 2 weeks. And so every 27 days po yung rotation. Okay, so ito na po yung ating magnified image of our moon. So as you could see on screen, the magnificent Tycho crater. Ayan po. No, that's not the Tycho crater po. That's the Copernicus crater. Ayan po. Sorry about that. That's the Copernicus crater. Okay, so the Copernicus crater, to give you an idea of its dimensions, the Copernicus crater is about 93 kilometers in diameter. Or that's about 93 kilometers po. Ang laki po niyan. And the depth of the Copernicus crater is about 3.8 kilometers. So ganyan po kalaki ang Copernicus crater. No, fascinating indeed mga ka-spacers. So my telescope is now pointing at the Copernicus crater. Wow. And you could see in our lunar image, those dark patches. Those dark patches are lunar plains. Yeah, mga patag po yan ng buwan. Okay, and the early sailors thought of them as bodies of water. Kaya, ayan, ito na po yung Copernicus crater. Ayan, nakikita niyo po on screen. Yan, ginigitna ko po yan. And again, just to give you an idea of the dimensions of the Copernicus crater, ayan po, nakikita niyo, very magnificent indeed. The diameter of the Copernicus crater is about 93 kilometers and it has a depth of about 3.8 kilometers. Ayan po, fascinating. And makikita niyo po dun sa rim ng crater are white patterns. Those are called rays. Mga rays po yan. And they indicate na yung mga rays na yan, they are caused by debris thrown out by the initial impact of an asteroid. Ayan po, or an object. Okay, and you're seeing right now on screen the Tycho crater. Ayan po yung Tycho crater. And kitang-kita po yung rays niya. Again, those are patterns, white patterns. Again, caused by debris thrown out by the impact of an asteroid or some large object from space. Then yung ejecta niyan created those rays. Yung mga parang puti-puti na nakikita nyo surrounding the rim of the Tycho crater. Ganun din po sa Copernicus crater. Alright, so fascinating indeed mga ka-spacers. And again, those dark patches that you see on screen, again, those are lunar plains. Ayan po, those are lunar plains and mga patag po yan ng buwan. And those lunar plains, yung mga dark patches na yan, kaya ano yan dark because of the rock called basalt. Yan, a basalt is a dark colored rock and that's caused when the moon was still volcanic. Alright, so those dark patches or lunar plains or Marias, sa tawag na Marias, those are dark areas caused by the flow of lava when the moon was still volcanic. And the early sailors thought of them as bodies of water. Kaya binigay na pangalan na Maria, which is the Latin for seas. Yan. Pero po yung lunar soil is made up of a material called regolith. Okay, then yung mga bright areas and yung mga parang puti-puti na yan na nakikita nyo on screen, those are lunar highlands and impact craters. Alright, so sana namamangha po kayo habang tinitignan nyo ang magnified image of the moon. Medyo hazy nga lang po kasi yung kalangitan ngayon medyo hindi naman maulap, kaya lang medyo hazy lang siya ng konti. Hindi po yan dahil sa telescope. Yan po, napakalinaw ng ating lunar image na. Kaya lang yung haze dun sa atmosphere that is causing this blurriness sa ating image. Pero okay, nakitang-kita pa rin naman yung mga lunar features sa ating image. Okay, so yan po ang ating magnified image of the moon tonight, mga ka-spacers. Ayan po, sana namangha po kayo. Now, if you're fascinated by it, kung kayo ay namangha dun sa ating pinakitang magnified image of the moon, please feel free to type in your comments or your reactions in our comment section below. And kung gusto niyo magpa-shoutout po, just type in your name and yung location ninyo para masabi natin on air at para malaman na rin natin po yung kung saan nakakaabot ang ating live stream tonight. And also, mga ka-spacers, please like and share and subscribe po sa ating video ngayon dahil para makaabot po sa maraming tao Okay? And pag nakaabot to sa maraming tao, sana ma-inspire din sila para mahalin din po nila ang siyensya, lalo na yung astronomiya. And this is our advocacy here at the BEDAN Society of Young Astronomers, dahil gusto namin pong ma-inspire lalong-lalo na po yung mga kabataan dito po sa ating bansa. And para they would be engaged in sciences as their career choice, kasi talagang kailangan po natin ng mga scientists dito sa ating bansa. Yan, like doctors, nurses, yan, mga molecular biologists, ayan po, mga engineers, yan po, mga meteorologists, geologists, yan, kailangan po natin yan dito sa bansa. And one of the ways in which we can encourage the youth is to be inspired by them. Yan, yung para ma-inspire po sila to love the sciences. At yun pong ginagawa natin. Okay? At kaya din kami nung yung wala pang COVID-19, yun ang ginagawa namin. So we bring the telescope to public places like parks, yan, sa mga malls. Yan po yung ginagawa namin noon bago dumating yung COVID. Kaso mukhang alangan po tayo ngayon, do kahit na mababa na po yung hawaan ng COVID-19, hindi pa ho natin masasabi yan. So hanggang dito na lang muna tayo, mag-online telescope viewing na to hanggang sa dumating yung panahon na maging at least alert level 1 at sana mapayagan na ho tayo mag-public telescope viewing na face-to-face. So hanggang ngayon po ganito na lang muna tayo. Anyway, kitang-kita man natin yung buwan at talagang clear po yung image na binibigay ng ating telescope. By the way po mga ka-spacers, I am using a Vixen refracting telescope with an 80 millimeter diameter objective lens, and gumagamit din po ako ngayon ng 15mm Plossil eyepiece na may webcam naka-attach dun sa eyepiece, a focal method na tinatawag, and that webcam is hooked up to my laptop. And right now you are viewing the image of the waxing gibbous moon at 92% illumination, live and alive from Las Piñas po. Okay, so type in your location po kung saan kayo para malaman din po natin kung hanggang saan nakakaabot ang ating live stream ngayong gabi. Okay po, so ayan po yung ating lunar image tonight. Okay, so we have featured again the Copernicus crater kanina and the Tycho crater. So mamaya in a few minutes, we will again magnify the image of the moon. Okay, so mabalik tayo po sa mga moon facts. So nabanggit ko na to before that the moon has no atmosphere. And if you're on the surface of the moon, ito rin yung na-experience ng mga astronauts, na the sky appears dark even on the bright side of the moon. Yan, again because the moon has no atmosphere. Alright, and kung mapapansin niyo, if you will search sa internet yung mga pictures ng mga Apollo astronauts, talaga yung background sky talagang dark. Okay. Alright, pero hindi ibig sabihin po na peke po yung mga pictures na yan. Okay? So, and since the moon has no atmosphere, there is no sound transmission on the moon. So, imposible po na matransmit yung sound sa buwan. Kaya gumagamit po sila ng mga, they make use of radio communication on the moon, ng mga astronauts natin. So, pag nanood po kayo ng sine na ang setting ay nasa buwan, tapos pag kunyari pumutok yung spaceship, then pag may narinig kayong booming sound, naku, imposible po yun. Okay, because there is no sound transmission on the moon kasi wala namang atmosphere sa buwan. Okay po, so ayan po some of the important moon facts. And in terms of its albedo, the moon has a very low albedo of about 0.10. Okay, yung mundo natin medyo mas mataas yung albedo, na 0.39. Okay, so ito po ulit tayo. We are now viewing the magnified image of the moon. Okay, and mamaya I will move the telescope sa Copernicus. Nakikita naman po yung Copernicus crater nasa bandang baba. Okay, so yun po yung mga dark patches. Again, those dark patches are lunar plains. Ayan po. Okay, so fascinating, isn't it, no? Alright. Ayan, so those dark patches are lunar plains. Ang tawag dyan ay Marias, which is the Latin for seas or mare. And tinawag po yan ng mga early sailors na Maria because they thought that those dark patches are filled with water. But alam na po natin, yung mga dark patches na yan o yung mga patag, they are solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava. Ayan, okay? Vast solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava. Alright, and ayan na po, I am moving my telescope. Ayan na, tumataas na towards the Copernicus crater. Ayan po, medyo maliwanag na po yung loob ng Copernicus crater. Lalo na pag full moon yan, hindi na masyadong magandang tignan yan. Kasi maliwanag na rin pati yung loob. Okay, so again, the Copernicus crater is a lunar impact crater located in the eastern Oceanus Procellarum, named after the renowned astronomer Nicholas Copernicus. Okay, and just like the Tycho crater, it has a prominent ray system, yung mga puti-puti na pattern dun sa rim. Alright. So that would indicate that the Copernicus crater was created by an asteroid impact some 800 million years ago. Okay, and my telescope now is pointing at the Tycho crater. Ayan po yung Tycho crater, which is a prominent lunar impact crater located in the southern lunar highlands. Yan kasi puti-puti yung paligid. No? And the Tycho crater was named after the Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe. Okay, the dimensions of the Tycho crater, depth is about 4.8 kilometers, that's 2.98 miles, and it has a diameter of about 85 kilometers. So malaki din, no? Malaki din yung Tycho crater. Okay, and again, what you're seeing right now are those dark patches or lunar plains. Yan, yung Maria na tinatawag, Marias. Kasi ang akala ng mga early sailors, yan ay bodies of water. Kaya pinangalan nilang Maria, which is the Latin for seas. Yan, and nasa gitna po yung Sea of Tranquility kung saan naglanding yung Apollo 11. And again, those bright areas at saka yung mga puti-puti na nakikita nyo are lunar highlands and impact craters. Alright, so that's quite fascinating indeed, no, mga ka-spacers. So if you think fascinated kayo, ayan, just type in your reactions and your comments in our comment section below. Ayan po. Okay, so ako'y nagpapasalamat sa mga nanonood po ngayon, nakasubaybay sa ating online telescope viewing. Talagang hindi po ako nagsasawa na tumingin sa buwan. Ayan po, kahit na araw-arawin ko ito. Ayan, kasi yun po talaga yung aming advocacy. Kahit walang masyadong nanonood, hindi siguro karamihan sa atin nanonood ng mga political news or entertainment news, okay lang yan. Pero siguro sa pamamagitan ng ganitong gawain, we are bringing the telescope to you, sana ma-inspire naman natin yung mga kabataan dyan na maging mahilig din sa siyensya. Okay, so that's our magnified image of the moon tonight, and you are viewing on screen the waxing gibbous moon at 92% illumination. Ayan na po, so binabalik na natin yung buwan sa dati niyang size. Okay, so shout out tayo sa mga officers and crew of the BEDAN Society of Young Astronomers headed by Miss Angeline Kilang. And shout out po sa mga ka-spacers natin out there na talagang loyal sa ating online telescope viewing. So marami pong salamat and pakikalat na lang po to mga ka-spacers. Please like, share, and subscribe so that we could reach more people. We could reach more students so that they would be inspired to love the sciences, especially astronomy. And a few days from now, mga ka-spacers, magkakaroon tayo ng partial lunar eclipse. Okay, so yan po yung hinihintay natin. And yan po yung inaantabayanan po natin, yung partial lunar eclipse na yan. This coming Friday, November 19, 2021. So mga ka-spacers, what do we expect on Friday? Now, the eclipse, no? So the moon, just to help you visualize kung ano mangyayari itong darating na Biyernes. So at around 2 p.m., okay, the moon will pass through the Earth's penumbral shadow. Ayan, doon muna siya sa penumbral shadow dadaan. So I think tinatawag natin na penumbral eclipse. Kaya lang hindi pa ho natin siya makikita kasi yung buwan nasa ibaba ng horizon. So by that time, at around 2 o'clock, 2:02 to be exact, in the afternoon, the moon will still be below the horizon. So hindi natin po makikita yung pagdaan ng buwan dun sa penumbral shadow ng Earth. Ayan. Then at around 3:18 in the afternoon, the partial lunar eclipse will begin. So ibig lang sabihin nito, yung buwan ay dadaan na siya dun sa umbral shadow. Ito yung dark shadow. Ayan. So pag dumaan po yung buwan dyan, the moon, because of refraction of light and yung Rayleigh effect, so the moon will appear reddish. Ito yung tinatawag natin na blood moon. Pero hindi po matatakpan lahat yung buwan. Siguro mga 97% lang. Okay? We will see 97% of the moon that will pass through the Earth's umbral shadow. Kaya tinawag siyang partial eclipse kasi hindi lahat po ng buwan dadaan sa umbral shadow. Mga 97% po ng moon ay dadaan dun sa Earth's umbral shadow. Okay? Alright. So most of the moon will be darkened by the Earth's umbral shadow. Yan, most of it, 97% po ng moon. So that's why we call it a partial lunar eclipse. And in our perspective, magiging reddish po yung moon. Kaya lang, unfortunately, by that time, yung alas 3:18 ng hapon, the moon will still be below the horizon. So hindi natin makikita po yan, mga ka-spacers. The maximum eclipse wherein the moon will be covered by the 97% of the moon will be covered by the Earth's umbral shadow. Mga 5:02 yan po ng hapon mangyayari. Okay, maximum eclipse will be at around 5:02 in the afternoon. Pero nasa ibaba pa rin yung buwan. It is still below the horizon. So hindi pa rin po natin siya makikita. Yun ang tinatawag natin na maximum eclipse. Yung maximum partial eclipse will be at around 5:02 p.m. Moonrise here in the Philippines will be at around 5:25 p.m. So by that time, 5:25, makikita na natin yung buwan na umaangat sa horizon, patapos na po yung maximum eclipse. Pero gusto ko lang po i-clarify, mga ka-spacers, makikita pa rin natin yung buwan at least 85% of the moon is still in the Earth's umbral shadow. So makikita pa rin natin po yung reddish tinge ng Earth's umbral shadow. So maganda po yan. So we can still take pictures of that partial lunar eclipse kahit patapos na po. So mga 5:30, yan, mga 5:45, mga 6 o'clock, get ready with your cameras and your telescopes, mga ka-spacers. Ayan na po, pwede nating picturean. The eclipse will be visible here in the Philippines. Yan, mga 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock. Okay? The partial eclipse of the moon will end at around 6:47 ng gabi. Okay? And yung moon ay dadaan sa penumbral shadow hanggang 9 o'clock ng gabi. Yan, the penumbral eclipse of the moon will end at around 9:03 in the evening. Makikita pa rin po natin yan dito sa Pilipinas. So, maswerte pa rin po tayo at we can witness that partial lunar eclipse this coming Friday. Okay, ayan po. So, we are now magnifying the image of the moon. And what you're seeing right now is the Copernicus crater. Ayan po yung Copernicus crater. The Copernicus crater is a large crater in the northern part of the moon. Okay. Ayan, medyo pinopoint ko yung telescope sa northern part. Alright. Okay, ayan po. That's the Copernicus crater. Hintayin lang po natin na umangat siya. Ayan, kasi tinigil ko po yung hindi ko na ginalaw yung slow motion knobs. Hinintay ko na lang na umaangat yung buwan. Ayan. Okay. Ayan, so yung Copernicus crater is located in the Eastern Oceanus Procellarum. Yun yung pong pangalan ng dark patch na yon. Okay, and the Copernicus crater was named after the renowned astronomer Nicholas Copernicus. Okay, ayan na po. Ayan po mga ka-spacers, ayan po yung Copernicus crater. And to give you an idea of the dimensions of the Copernicus crater again is 93 kilometers in diameter and it has a depth of 3.8 kilometers. Ayan po, so napakalaking crater niyan. Siguro mas malaki pa yan po sa Las Piñas. And you would see prominent white patterns along the rim of the crater. Again, those are rays. Okay, ayan, so nasa Copernicus crater yan. And makikita rin po natin sa Tycho crater. Yung mga patterns na yan, yung mga white patterns, they are caused by debris thrown out by the initial impact of an asteroid that created the Copernicus crater. And yun din po yung makikita natin dito sa Tycho crater na ito. Yun! I am now pointing the telescope at the Tycho crater. Ayan po, ang ganda, no? The Tycho crater was named after the renowned astronomer Tycho Brahe, and it is located in the southern lunar highlands. Okay, the depth is 4.8 kilometers and it has a diameter of about 85 kilometers. So, malaki pa rin. Grabe, no? Ayan po, and kitang-kita yung prominent ray system yan na nasa rim ng Tycho crater. Okay, and I am moving my telescope din sa mga dark patches na yan. Again, those are lunar plains or tinatawag na Marias. Okay, Maria or Latin for seas. Kasi akala ng mga early sailors na yung mga dark patches na yan are bodies of water. Okay, that's why they named it Maria or seas or mare. Okay, like yan. Pinapoint ko yung mare Tranquillitatum or Sea of Tranquility kung saan po naglanding yung Apollo 11. Alright. Okay, and kanina po naistorbo lang po tayo yung albedo ng buwan. The moon has a low albedo. Ano ibig sabihin ng albedo? Ito yung property to reflect light back. So medyo mababa po yung albedo ng moon. Alright, so the moon looks bright. Pero, sir, sinasabi ni sir, mababa yung albedo. Pero bakit napakaliwanag ng buwan, no? Lalo na pag full moon. The moon looks bright in our sky because it is close to us, though it is not that highly reflective. Kaya lang siya ganyan, maliwanag, malapit siya sa atin, di ba? Unlike, for example, Mars, ganyan. Or Jupiter, di ba? Okay, so that's the moon's albedo. Okay, and another factor for the very low albedo, again because of the soil ng buwan. The soil is regolith. Okay, regolith is a layer of loose soil and rocks produced by meteorite impacts over the long history of the moon. Okay, so ayan po yung nakikita natin, yung magnified image of the moon. Ayan po, so kung kayo ay na-amaze sa ating lunar image tonight, just type in your reactions or your comments in our comment section below. Ayan na po, so siguro hanggang dito na lang po tayo, and 3 days to go before that partial lunar eclipse. So antabayanan niyo po, we will do a live feed of that partial lunar eclipse this coming Friday. So sa mga nanood po ngayon, maraming salamat for sticking around at sinamahan niyo po ako ngayong gabi. So this is your Kaspacer and Space Commander Professor Jun Cajigal saying, live long and prosper. So marami pong salamat. Always wear your face mask and face shield. Maraming salamat po.